Hey everybody, this is James Outlaw Frags.
Russell.
And we're here to talk about a subject that has popped up on quite a few of the newer reviewers' channels. Again, yes, so stick with us. We're going to run the intro and we will be right back. So, were we actually tagged? We were tagged by somebody.
We were tagged by Titan Fragrance Review, who was tagged along the way. So everyone seems to be touching on the subject now. It comes up at least once a year.
Yeah, easily.
At a minimum once a year. So, and the question is actually clones. Are they good for the industry? Are they bad for the industry? Are they slapping the original designer's face? What is everyone's take on it? And to be honest with you, the very first one was Matt Ham, which is on this go-round, which was Georgia Gin.
Yes.
And it appeared almost like he was calling out Ross from TLTG reviews to take a stance on this one way or another. And he did it in like a tag response.
And here you can see our response.
Our response is, without clone houses, we wouldn't be able to experience a bunch of the stuff that we do. I mean, everything from genre, even Happy Land, people, some believe it's a clone house, some believe it isn't. When actually he's mixing, most of his creations are
kind of a hybrid.
That monster mash
Yeah.
with two different creations being put together. So I would consider him a clone house. Alt is a clone house. Sensual Obsession is a clone house. These little 1 million, which is 1 trillion, and Voyage, these little stocking stuffer ideas
they're
to give the kids, those are all clones.
And then we have the whole deal is, you know what, without clone houses, there'd be a huge
gap.
Yeah, of people that would like to experience a scent that just are not financially able to do it. Because we have clones here of stuff that are hundreds and hundreds of dollars for a bottle. Like, that's a great one. That's Cure. That is their version of Rosia Dove's. There's no way.
We wouldn't have a bottle.
Nope, I would never have that.
But Cure is pretty good.
Yep.
This is one of the like top 10 when you need to get something from genre.
Yeah, it's one of the really
good ones. This is one of the very first 10 that a lot of people get is Cure.
And then I hear a lot of the guys are like, oh, no, clones are, like you said, a slap in the face to the original creator.
Incarnate.
Yeah, you know what? Get over yourself. And this is me being really candid. If you feel that way, don't buy them. It's like gun laws. You know what? I'm an avid gun.
Pro-Second Amendment.
Absolutely. But if you don't like guns, the best way to deal with that is don't fucking buy one if you have a problem with them.
Don't buy a clone.
Don't buy a clone. Yeah, if you don't.
Easy peasy.
You got it. You put your money where you want to support people.
Right.
We both, if you look behind me, there is a ton of stuff that is original. There's the entire Dior line. There's a lot of money back there. Hell, there's a lot of money sitting right here in clones.
Right.
But if we had the original bottles of each one of these scents, it would be thousands upon thousands of dollars worth of fragrance sitting here. Right now, there's hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Right here.
Just right here.
Right.
So if you're that touchy about a clone, then you need to stick with watching Eugene, because
Eugenius.
Yes, he's a Eugenius. That's your demographic. For us, our channel is based for guys that are like us.
Yeah, that are just like us. They want to experience a ton of stuff. They may not have the funds of those super high-end people that could just break out their credit card and go crazy, but they want to experience a bunch of different scents. So we use clones.
Yeah.
We use a lot of clone houses. Sensual Obsession, another great one.
Yep.
Get spot on with a ton of them at a fraction of the cost.
Yeah. And I'll be honest, not all of these are really good clones, but I will say that all of them are good in their own right. You know what I'm saying? Because we'll use genre for a great example. I am a huge BR540 fan. So I'm a huge fan of BR540. This is nowhere even close. You know what I'm saying?
6-ish is good.
It's probably maybe 50% on, but it's still a good fragrance for for what it is. It's $25 and it smells great. It's nowhere near close to the original, but if it wasn't for genre being a cologne house, you'd never be able to experience this.
And I'll kind of put it this way, for those that were around in the 80s, the 90s, they talked about marijuana being like a gateway drug.
Yeah.
Honestly, clones become a gateway into the actual real thing, because you go out and you spend, say we spend $100, we buy 4 of these, and you fall in love with just one of these, the likelihood that you're going to want to smell the original is higher and higher and higher. So out of all these, how many originals were you going to go back and get? Probably a bunch of them, because now you're stepping up your game. It depends on where you're at in your journey. But I've smelled a lot of stuff and then went back and said, you know, I gotta go get a bottle.
Well, here's another great example. You paid how much for your 5 ml of Aventus cologne?
$28.
This is $25.
And you got all that.
Yep. So you can just look at this. Buying, at least from this house, is just you're buying a 30 ml sample.
Right.
You know, and that puts it, like I keep saying, this puts it in the realm of where anybody can afford it. From somebody who's just starting out, if you're, you know, in your late teens, early 20s, and you ain't got a lot of cash, you could still grab something that smells really good.
And a wide variety.
And a wide variety. Versus spending, well, this bottle right here, if you look right there, is the original. That's over $300 for that bottle. $25. And it's something that's close. And then you'll know if, at that point, well, is this really something I want to drop $300 on?
Nah, I do like it.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll just stick with Genre's version. It does all right for me. Or do I want to drop the big cash and buy the original?
Or $1. You can get $1.
And that is actually, this really makes me giggle. This smells decent.
Voyage.
It's a decent clone for Sauvage. It has no staying power. Right. And like we talked about when we talked about this is a great stocking stuffer. Actually, if you have somebody that is in your family that likes fragrance, all of these make for affordable stocking stuffers.
Right.
Because usually most of the clones come in a small bottle. Like here, we'll use Alt. This is a 30 ml bottle from Alt, and this is $35. I'm pretty sure. I'm 99% sure. It's really, and Russell's sick,
I've been sick as a dog, so excuse that. Sorry about that.
So it's something to remember, and it's something to kind of keep in mind. And this is probably the most irritating subject that I deal with when it comes to the fragrance community.
Is the clones?
Well, it's and it is the opinion that a lot of people will have that, oh no, clones are horrible. Why would you ever support a clone house? Well, to me, and this is going to come across really kind of shitty, but with this one, I don't care. Dude, get over yourself. Really, get over yourself. If you are that much of a purist, first of all, 99% of the videos that you're going to find here on YouTube are going to be clone house supportive. You're in the wrong place.
Or you're taking it way too
Seriously, yeah.
I mean, every one of us is here giving an opinion on a specific, oh, that smells great. Yeah. Oh, that smells great. Yes or no, thumbs up, thumbs down. And it's really that simple. And when it comes to clones, you're spending a fraction of the money on what you would, and you could still get close to the same vibe.
Yeah. And I will say that a lot of these clone houses have really stepped up their game. I will see Dua. If you watched our 1000 sub, I had a real issue with Dua, but the scent in African leather is absolutely amazing. You know, I will say that they have upped their game on their presentation quite a bit since I got that. They're still super expensive. They're the
highest of the clones, aren't they?
Yeah, them and Perfume Vintage that does all of the variations of Creed are really expensive too. To me, this is outside of the realm of clone pricing for me. You know, a lot of guys are.
Yeah, because most of them bottle size like this.
Yeah, 30 mil, 1 ounce.
$25.
Yeah.
That's about your normal price.
Yep. 25 to 35. You know, just
Well,
depending.
when you start hitting 65, 85,
Yeah,
that's a little bit steep up
Yeah.
there, price-wise.
But they've got
Dollar.
you got it. But Duet's got a cult following. I will say that genre's getting close to that too. I will
Alt,
say
Happy Land.
Happy Land has really made a huge impact.
Sensual Obsession.
Kevin has
Like
really
going through the stratosphere right now.
came a long, long ways. And my biggest, I would say, hidden gem when it comes to these guys is Alt. I haven't smelt anything from that line that I haven't been impressed with. You know, because all of them have some duds. You know, I will say that completely. Like,
Right.
genre has 2 or 3 that I've had that I was like, nope, not for me at all. But that could be just the original wouldn't be for me either. So it's
And you didn't have to waste $300.
that was to
on a
figure that
bottle.
out. Yeah. So
Hello.
with this whole thing, I want to say thank you to Titan Fragrances
Titan Fragrances.
for
yes.
thinking of us and bringing us into the conversation. I hope this is the one and only video that we make like this, because to me this just is like sandpaper on my asshole. It's just irritating as hell, because to me it comes across as somebody wanting to be sanctimonious on something that should be fun and enjoyable.
Or it's like you're getting it because of the hype, drama.
Yeah.
You know, YouTube is great about sucking you into the drama stuff, and that's just not what we're about.
No.
We're not in that line of it to say, oh, you know, I want to live on the edge of the drama. We're just here to tell you what smells good, what doesn't.
Yeah. And share what we enjoy.
Right.
You know, really, because this is, we touched on it on our 1000. This makes us zero money, you know, unless you are running a ginormous channel. And then even I think when it comes to Steve, he's not making huge, he's not retiring from being a teacher running his channel.
No.
So this is a passion project for the majority of us. You know, this is just something that we enjoy doing. I know that Russell and myself, we really enjoy the whole subject of scents in its entirety. And we enjoy
Super cheap to
it's
super expensive. Right.
and we enjoy sitting here and be able to share those experiences and our opinions, because that's what they are, is our opinions. And opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one and they all stink. So you need to make sure that you come up with your own, you need to come up with your own opinion on things. We are just a tool to help you get one step closer to making a decision.
And navigate through, because there's thousands and thousands and thousands. There's no one person out there that's got every single fragrance on
Yeah.
the face of the earth. It's impossible. So if we find something, we like to bring it to you, whether it be a clone or original.
Yeah.
As long as it smells good, we want to bring something to you that you may not have heard of.
Absolutely.
So.
And I've kind of definitely leaned towards your whole idea of, I don't want to do negative reviews. I really don't.
Right.
If you ever come across to where we haven't covered a fragrance, it's one of two things. Either we don't like it, or we haven't had the opportunity to cover it yet. So
Right.
with those two in mind, you just kind of take it with a grain of salt until either we come up with our review of it, or if it never shows up, you know why.
Because we probably didn't like it, and there's just, I mean, just look at these bottles here. How long would it take us if we dedicated one video to every single
bottle?
scent?
Yeah.
You know, it would take us weeks and weeks and months just right here. So not every reviewer can review every single fragrance.
Yeah.
A lot of these newer guys, what they started doing is they just do nightly, little quick, unedited, you know, and they talk about one and then they go to the next,
Next,
and go
yeah.
to the next.
And I did that
which is fine
way
and
way
dandy.
back in the very beginning as well.
Right.
I did my Sin of the Day series. You know, but I think what it really comes down to is for our programming and our content is we want to bring you stuff that we enjoy, that we feel passionate about. And you know what, Russ said it really well a while ago when we were talking about negative reviews. Why are we going to take that much energy and focus it on something we don't like when there's so much stuff that we do that we can cover and bring to you? So that's where we stand on that. And that is basically where we stand
On clones.
on clones.
Because we like them, we're going to
Yep.
bring them to you.
Yeah, absolutely. They're a great alternative. And some of them are just really, really good on their own. You know, that is a wonderful Black Cherry from them guys.
Black cherry.
And then Cherry Smash from All. I mean, this one's almost completely gone. You know, this one's good enough that
You've gone through it.
yeah, and
I haven't worn that one, just FYI.
And I went through and I bought a full bottle of it. These two bottles right here, the full-size ones, I paid for these. that should tell you something, that if I'm going out and we spend our own money on something that's not sent to us for a review, it's good enough I put my money where my mouth is.
Matter of fact, I got boxes over there that are backup bottles that we're going to show them in future videos that I did the same thing.
Yeah. So I hope this didn't come across, I know I was a little bit short and harsh, but that's just the way I feel about this subject. But I hope this helps you guys understand where we're coming from, what our views are on clones, and hopefully it'll prepare you and understand where our future content is coming from as well. Because, you know, Russell said it, I'm going to repeat myself, you said it great. We don't have time to do negative reviews. You know,
We really don't.
You know, and then plus it's not fun. I get no enjoyment out of sitting here and going, this sucks.
That's the worst thing.
It's the worst. Don't ever buy this.
And you're living in the hate.
Hey, yeah.
You really are, and it's like there's no need to live in the hate when we've got 100 others to choose from
Yep.
that are awesome.
You
and
got it.
we'd like to bring you the positive content. So that's kind of what we discussed before we even started shooting this.
Yeah.
Was it kind of almost came across like it was a negative.
Yeah,
start
it's
to
just
this
somebody
begin
wants to
with, and
fish
it was
for
like, oh my gosh.
yeah, fish for some drama, and we're just, you know, it's just, if you've watched our channel, that's not what we're about.
So let's sum this up in a couple of different phrases. One, if you're watching Outlaw Frags, you're gonna see clones.
Yes, you are.
Because number two, we like clones.
Yeah, you did.
We like saving money.
You got
Three, we're assuming that you're on our channel and you feel the same way, that you like to smell the best you can and still save money.
Yeah.
So if that means Black Cherry by genre over Tom Ford's Lost Cherry, we're gonna say it smells damn good.
Yes.
And it's worth picking up and worth giving a try. Now, if that leads you 6 months from now, you go through this bottle and you decide to pick up Tom Ford's Lost Cherry, which a lot of people do, they progress into it, perfect. Then you could get stuck just on that one, and you can start moving on to different ones, depending upon which house you're at. So we like them. I'm going to give my thumbs up.
Yeah,
double
it gets
thumbs
a
up
double thumbs up from us.
from both of us. So there's 4 thumbs up for clones. We appreciate them. We have no sponsorship whatsoever with any of
Nobody
these
pays us
clones,
anything
genre,
to say anything.
Central Obsessions, Happy Land. Every single thing that we've done has started because we started purchasing them and we started bringing them in. So I think that about sums up where we're at.
Sure
I think
does.
we're supposed to tag like 3 other people, but
You know
to be
what, I'm
honest
not-
with you, I don't know who's been tagged, who hasn't. Sam Broom, I know, hasn't been tagged. So I'll tag him. But really, I think this should be a higher, I think we should take it a little higher, like Joy Amin.
Joy
he likes
him.
them
Here,
because of our mop.
We got
didn't
1
even
minute
put
late
our mop.
left. I don't mean to stop you, but my personal opinion is that I don't want to tag anybody, because this is a subject that just should stop here. Really,
Period.
it should.
Yeah, let's not tag anyone. But if you haven't been tagged and you want to cover it,
You're feel free.
How about that?
Perfect.
That way it's everyone's tag now.
And remember, there is no bad time to smell good.
And all these smell
good. Till next time, thanks for spending some time with us and listening to us rant. We appreciate it, and we will see you guys on the next video.